Hello guys, welcome. Today we're going to be doing a walkthrough of the DDJ200. This is a great entry-level controller, and you probably have one or something similar to this, a Pioneer kind of controller. If not, don't worry. It's a Bluetooth controller and you can plug it in. So basically going to go over the user interface from left to right. So over here we've got deck 1, which is the left side, so that's controlled by everything here. You've got the number 1 up here as well, and you can see it's the DDJ200. This is called your jog wheel, this platter. It's also known as a platter. And then you can jog on the left or the right, and moving it forward will speed the track up, and moving it back will slow it down. And you can also scratch on the top of the platter. We'll get into scratching at a later date. And you can also scrub through the track and find new things in the track and just skip forward in time or go back. Here you've got the cue button, which is going to set your cue in the track. You probably know that. Pressing play as well will press play on a track. You've got these performance pads, so this can, when hooked up to record box, will link to effects such as roll, echo, delay, reverb, and these can also be used as hot cues. You've also got the tempo range button, which is going to change between 6 BPM change, 10 BPM change, 16 BPM change, and wide, which will go from 0 to 200. And you've got your high EQ here, which will control your vocals and anything high frequency. Then you've got your mid EQ here, which will control like your tom drums, anything in the mids, and some of the vocal. And in the lows, you've got like the bass. Here you've got your filter, so if you go to the left, you've got a low pass filter. If you go to the right, you've got a high pass filter. Then you've got your volume fader here. This in the middle is your cross fader, so you can go from left to right. If it's all the way to the left, you'll hear deck 1. If it's all the way to the right, you'll hear deck 2. If it's in the middle, you'll hear both decks. The higher the volume fader, the louder the volume, and the lower the volume fader, the lower the volume. You've also got your EQ band here for the right. In the middle, you've got your headphones, your master headphones. So if you cue number 1, you'll hear number 1 in your headphones, and if you cue number 2, you'll hear number 2 in your headphones. If you cue them both at the same time, you'll hear them both playing through your headphones. So even if the volume's all the way down, you'll be able to hear both tracks, even if whatever's cued. So the idea of cueing is basically to hear in your headphones and beat match, and once they're synced, then they're good to go. So on the right is identical to the left side, so you've got your performance pads, cue, play button, shift. Shift will take away hot cues or give you access to new features. On the performance pads, you'll see on record box, if you hold shift, something different will happen. You've got like a beat sync button, but yeah, if you hold shift and press this button, it will do the tempo. But if you just tap it, it will do beat sync, which will sync the 2 decks. And then you've got your tempo range over here. So yeah, that's the DDJ200. I really recommend this controller to a beginner. It's a really cheap entry-level controller. I'll leave a link where you can get this. I'm pretty sure it comes with like record box as well, which is the software that you use to mix on. And yeah, it's a great piece of kit.